Hey Trojans, good evening. It is Tuesday evening, November 10th, the night before Veterans Day. You guys have tomorrow off, and I hope it's a great Veterans Day. If you have a parent who's a veteran, make sure you thank them. If you have a neighbor, relative, whatever, if they've been serving or have served, make sure you let them know that you're expressing your gratitude. So here's the reason why we're going to do this little slide presentation. I'm going to try to keep it as short as I can. I'm going to go ahead and turn my avatar on here. Go ahead and take a look at the screen if you haven't already done that. That's our new schedule starting on Mondays for second quarter. It's going to start on Monday the 16th. You all know you're going to have 3 new classes. It's going to be the second half of your schedule. And again, like first quarter, it's all going to be done in 1 quarter. So you have like 9 to 10 weeks to kind of take care of business. This particular schedule, it's we still have 60 minutes to learn, but it is set up in kind of a split schedule, which I'll get into as we move along here. So the important adjustments I said are for Mondays. Begins at 9:40, not 10. Links can be found in your 4th, 5th, and 6th period and Troy Time Teachers Google Classrooms. Make sure you check Skyward to see who your teachers are. If you look at the schedule, you'll see there's a 25-minute block in the morning and then a 35-minute block in the afternoon. And if you look at the red print there, students may be asked by teachers to attend a live 35-minute class period. That could be an all the time thing. It could be a sometimes thing. It could be a once in a while thing. And I'll get into the way you might want to approach it as we go along. Like I said, there's still 60 minutes of class time. It's kind of a split shift. Morning sessions are virtual live sessions. I'm not going to say it's that way every time. Sometimes you might have an asynchronous or recorded session. Sometimes you might be working independently, but you're going to have to check in for attendance taking. That's huge. The state is going to be really tight on that. Each teacher will designate what their class will do for the afternoon portion of your class. So make sure you know the plan each Monday when you leave your morning classes. And it's just for Monday, okay? So make sure you understand that. And teachers do have the ability to take attendance on both halves of the day, and we're going to give them a little formula that they'll work with. Main thing is you just got to stay engaged. Okay, so in terms of the teacher schedule, it looks, pretty much the same. If you look at your schedule on the left, teachers is on the right. And this is really for the parents. If you're paying attention to this, I wanted you to understand in the afternoons, if you look at that orange block on the schedule there, it says student class, student work async, students work on projects, etc. There could be meetings, could be contacts made. We want teachers making parent contacts during that time. And just distance learning planning. We wanted to create a little more flexibility for the teaching professionals. One thing we realized, the way things were going, teachers were just not given the opportunity to do the planning they needed to do. In a typical school year, they teach 5 classes. They have a period off to kind of take care of those things, and they're not dealing with COVID or the things related to COVID. So this is going to afford us a little bit more professional flexibility. And I want you to know it was the principals that really pushed this across. We are watching teachers and students just doing way too much screen time. And that's not for every person. So just know if you have a student that's eating that up and loving it, hopefully they can find some ways to kind of fill their bucket that way. But it's just not working on the scale that we'd hope for. So we're going to back off just a little bit. Want to let you know a little bit of after school tutoring. It's something we've been doing at Auburn High School. This is going on our 4th year. Usually we do it in the library, but now we're doing it virtual. And if you go to that link, and I'll add it into the email that this got pushed out on, you can also find this on our school website, but it'll give you the list of teachers that are showing up after school. As you can see, Monday, we've got math, we've got science, we've got English, we've got social studies help. And Tuesday, you can see we have 3 of the subject. We also have Native American education support for our Native American students. We've got ELL support for students who are still learning the English language and still being asked to get through all this content. And we want to make sure they have extra supports. And that's what you can see during the day after school, basically from 3:30. Some days it goes till 4:30, some days even a little bit longer. So there's plenty of support there. We just want to make sure if students are tapping into that, they're really taking full advantage of it. It's not time to mess around. It's time to show up and give it your best. But I kind of miss the messing around that I see in a regular school. We just don't have that anymore. But anyway, kids are doing a great job. Seems like the numbers are getting bigger for after school tutoring. We want to keep that up. So kind of getting back to the schedule, the purpose of after school tutoring is to provide students with additional time, direct support from a teacher to increase content knowledge. And then also, it doesn't say in here, but also to support students who just need a little bit extra. We want to provide a structured homework routine, help students develop good homework habits, and so on. It's just such a great opportunity for kids to get better at things, and we have a dedicated staff ready to help you do that. So Mondays, going to start 20 minutes earlier. You're going to have 3 classes back to back, 25 minutes. There'll be a 5-minute break in between each of the classes, and we're going to try it out for a quarter, see how it goes. We're not sure what's going to happen after second quarter. It's all going to be dependent on how this COVID thing's working out. So with that, I will leave it. I hope you have a great start to second quarter. And just as importantly, I hope you have a great end of first quarter. If you end up being one of those students who ends up with an E grade, we are going to afford you a little bit more time. We'll give you those details when we get back to start second quarter. Anyway, have a good evening and hope to see you soon. Thank you.